Yes, sir. Hey,
what's up, Rap?
Man. Hey, who got over here? K Mills, Hugh Hefner, Hugh Hefner. Hey, we got a good top 5 tonight, guys. Hey, check this out though. We got K Mills, King C. Lowe's, Ant-Man. We in the building. This is the Hustle Within, SM Enlightenment Television. Episode
yes,
what? What episode is it, King C. Lowe's?
It's episode Infinity.
Yes, sir. K Mills.
Episode 8, Infinity and Beyond.
No, episode 21. This is episode 21, season 2. We locked in. Hey, man, we're going to jump right into it, man. We got to go ahead and jump right into our top 5. The top 5 black Playboy cover girls. I'm going to pull out a cigar on this one. I got to pull out a cigar on this one.
Oh, sugar.
Uh-oh. I got to pull out a cigar on that one. I'm going to light me a cigar up on that one. All right. King Los. I know you got somebody. Go ahead and give me a name. Give me a name in this top 5 before I go down the list.
Now, what's the question again? I'm sorry.
The top 5 black Playboy cover girls. Give me a name. Give me one.
Oh, Jesus.
Playboy,
Vanessa Williams.
That's
the
top 5.
Vanessa Williams. Vanessa Williams.
Okay,
that's the only one I know of.
That's a good one. But she didn't make the top 5. All right. K Mills, who you got?
LaToya Jackson.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man. I know this.
I'm gonna say she a red bone, but she look like more. She about white, but yeah.
Yeah, man.
You know that's really Michael, right?
Man, looking at my paper.
I know. It might be. I won't be looking at
it. You know that's really Michael.
So it might be.
Hey. Number 5. I'm gonna go right down the list. I'm gonna start from number 5, work my way up. Naomi Campbell, 1999. She was number 5. Oh my God, yes, love it. I just seen some pictures of her though. I just seen some pictures. Her and Big Daddy Kane, Madonna. I seen some pictures recently of her and Big Daddy Kane and Madonna. Yeah, that was back in that sex book that Madonna did. Madonna. All right, and number 4, LaToya Jackson, 1989. LaToya, Michael, same person. Hey, you know. Number 3, Vanity, 1988. Vanity. That was Prince girl. That was one of Prince women. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And number 2, Jana Kennedy, 1981. Oh, yeah.
Oh, weird.
Oh, that's nice right there. And number 1, Doreen Stern, 1971.
Okay.
They hit her body, buddy. They hit her body. All right. Now, what y'all think about the top 5, man? I know y'all know a few of them. There's a couple I know and a couple I don't know on the list, but King C. Los, Playboy. First of all, let's talk about Playboy.
Not a fan.
Was you fans of Playboy?
No,
or Penthouse? Which one?
Nah.
What about Penthouse?
No.
No Penthouse. Okay, K Mills, what about you? Playboy. See, Penthouse.
You know, I like thick women, man. Them girls kind of skinny. You know, that don't do it for me, but it is what it is.
Okay. So now let's go over. Okay, Naomi Campbell. I know y'all know Naomi Campbell. What y'all think about Naomi Campbell?
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, good to look at, I guess. You know, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm not a top fan. You know, I'm a Vanessa Williams fan, so she didn't even make the top 5. So.
Okay. Okay. What about you, K Mills?
I mean, she's cute. No, I mean,
she's a supermodel now. Y'all remember she is a supermodel, and she done dated a lot of different guys in this industry, in this entertainment industry. She done dated a few, so she's very known. She's definitely known.
I'm sure she's known.
yeah, she's very known. Okay, now we're gonna go to LaToya Jackson. LaToya Jackson. What do y'all think about LaToya Jackson? She's the middle. Well, she's the Oldest? Is she's the old? No, she's next to the oldest.
She might be the oldest girl.
Yes, I know she's no. Rebe is the oldest girl. Rebe.
Who's that?
Rebe Jackson.
Oh, okay.
She's the oldest. Latoya, Latoya right behind her.
Yeah. Me neither.
Yeah.
Should have put Janet. They should have put Janet Jackson on there.
Yeah, but you know, I think this was a controversy cover, or I think she did a full news spread for Playboy.
She was probably broke at the time. That's why she did it. I think
this time, I think it was like so big. You got to remember these times, looking at 89, 99, 88, 81, 71. These was times where it was rare that you get a female to go nude on, you know, in these magazines. And if they do, it helps bring you. We didn't have social media. Yeah, I mean, we didn't have social media back then.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't.
So when they went nude into these magazines, they went all over the world. It was like, oh wow, you know, it was controversy, or they were trying to sell something, or they were trying to rebel from their family. I think Latoya Jackson was having something going on with her family, and and they was like, why are you doing that? Why you going?
I'm gonna tell you why she did it. She couldn't sing, dance, or rap, so she had to do something.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
And you know, Vanity. Come on now, y'all know Vanity. Vanity is she was in Purple Rain, I think, with Prince. No, or that was. I think she was in one of the movies. And
she was in the Last Dragon. She was in the Last Dragon.
I know she was in the Last Dragon. Yeah. Bruce, what's his name? Bruce Leroy. Bruce Leroy, the Last Dragon, one of my favorite movies of all time. Who produced that movie? Y'all remember who produced that movie?
Nope.
It wasn't Spike Lee.
Nope.
Nobody didn't slide across the floor. We already know that.
Motown produced that movie.
Oh yeah,
that's Barry Gordy. Yeah. He produced that movie.
Yep.
Barry Gordy. He produced that movie. He produced a lot of the movies. He did The Wiz. He did a lot of movies. We're gonna do something like that.
I remember The Wiz.
Yeah, we're gonna go into that top 5 soon too. Like some of these classic cult following movies from back in the 80s and 70s. Great movies. So what do y'all think? With the other two, I don't really know too much about them. But I know in 1971 it was, if you get a black woman on the cover of a magazine, that was an honor. That was 1971. Hugh Hefner at his prime when he was, I think Hugh Hefner was at that time was like maybe 40, maybe in his 40s, early 40s.
Was that before? That was before they cloned him.
Yeah, before he cloned him. He was in very before. That was before he was wearing suits, not just the robe. So for him to put a black woman on the cover in 1971, man, you know, that's great. That was a great move.
Yeah.
And then Miss Kennedy, you know, the Kennedys I know are, you know, was the ones that was bootlegging. They was the president. The president. We had that was, you know, Bobby Kennedy over the FBI, you know. So we had a couple, you know, a couple different people in the Kennedy name that's very famous. So I didn't really know too much about her either. But she was born like within my time frame of my life. 1981. That was a beautiful yes. Yeah. Okay. And so what do y'all think about the top 5, man? What y'all think about the top 5 overall? Anybody that you said Vanessa Williams, King Los. Anybody else that you thought should have been in the top 5?
Well, I don't know about taking off the clothes. I mean, this probably. I won't say it on air, but
no, I said which one you thought should have been in the top 5. I ain't said take the clothes off.
Well, I mean, we're talking about Playboy.
hey, we're talking about who you thought should have been in this top 5 besides Vanessa Williams?
I guess who else done it, right? I don't know every person that posed for Playboy, right?
I think it's a lot, man. I think if you really look at entertainment, you know, dating back, you got Halle Berry. All of them did that. They all did Playboy.
Oh, well,
okay, Halle Berry did it? I didn't know. Because again, I don't follow Playboy, and I certainly don't buy the magazine. So, you said Halle Berry did it?
I think all of them did it. Halle
Well,
Berry.
we seen her in Monster Ball, so
yeah.
She got Donkey Kong.
You know,
Yeah, you know she did Playboy. Come on, Playboy.
What was that,
You
K
know
Mills?
she did Playboy. What
What'd you say, K
you know
Mills?
she did Playboy.
I said, what you say?
So she got
I
Donkey
heard
Kong.
you. I heard you, buddy. Donkey Kong, something like that.
Yes, sir. You know she did Playboy. You know the
Yeah.
Holly Berry did Playboy.
All right, who else?
Okay.
Holly Berry. Um, Now we talking about women of color, or we just
Yeah,
talking
women
about
of
in general?
color. Yeah, women of color.
Okay.
What about Diana Ross?
Did she do it?
No, I don't think she was there at that time frame.
Oh, okay.
You know, she was like the Beyonce from back in them days, so she didn't really. It was hard to get her to do anything besides like
Yeah.
movies.
It's
So
kind of hard to get women, like any reputable woman, right? With a, you know, that could do acting versus posing nude in a magazine. It's hard to get them unless they go flat broke. They blacklisted out of Hollywood. Um, Heck, they're not even doing Playboy magazines. They skipping right to the adult industry. I mean, I think you mentioned Lawrence
yeah,
Fishburne's daughter.
they do sex movies now. That's what they
Yeah,
do.
I mean, like
They jump
think
past
about
Playboy and Penthouse. They go straight to they do their movies
yeah,
to get their popularity. So you got to
yeah,
remember, a lot of these Playboy covers. That's what I'm saying. They didn't have social medias. They didn't have the videos. They go in and jump right to. It was like they try to separate both of them back then. So Playboy was like the soft industry of taking their clothes off and easy to get their popularity back up.
mhm,
So that's what they was doing back in Playboy and Penthouse was straight. Yeah, Penthouse is something different. If they did Penthouse, I definitely ran and brought that magazine. I actually spent money on Penthouse. Playboy, I was like whatever, but yeah, Playboy a little different. But Penthouse, I love Penthouse. Yeah, I love Penthouse. I'm not gonna lie to y'all guys on this podcast, The Hustle Within. Tune in every Sunday at 9 p.m. I'm not gonna lie. I am a saint when it comes to that. Hey,
oh,
but man, any final thoughts on this topic before we move to the next segment? The shooting the
nope.
breeze
Let's go
segment.
to the next one.
Oh man. Hey, so shooting the breeze. So we're gonna jump right into the second topic, the shooting the breeze topic. Man, we have to talk about some of these educational issues. We got to look at some of the things that happened over this past year with education and some of the things that have been in the news. So we need to talk about some of the scams, and we got one that is a documentary on Netflix called "Pay to Play," the scam and singling out education and being able to pay for education scandals. So y'all probably know about it. King CeeLo, so I'm gonna let you jump right in and talk about some of these scandals and scams that happened this past year with education. Some of these
Mhm.
rich, very wealthy individuals paid for their kids to get into the schools they wanted to get into without the grades, without the sports.
Yeah. I mean, welcome to America.
Yes, sir. Money
Welcome to
talks.
America.
BS
This is
walks, money
yeah,
talks.
I mean, like, what do you expect in a capitalist society, right? I mean, you're gonna have these sort of things, whether
Right.
it's insider trading, which is kind of like what paying for your kids, cheat scamming. That's kind of like insider trading in a way,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
And they
Um,
all got. Look,
so
all them on that picture got.
yeah,
All of them
not
got.
surprised. Well, look at Martha Stewart. Look at
Yeah,
Martha
she was
Stewart.
inside trading.
Yeah, insider trading.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's nothing, right? I mean, we pay for VIP. We pay for a certain level of services when we go out. I mean, this is no different. Not saying
But
it's right. Not
okay, I
saying it's
got a
wrong.
question for you. I got a quick
Huh?
question for both of y'all. How do you feel about education era in this era? Is it worth the money? Let's think about it. From just the education costs going to these colleges right now. That's one of the big things that we're trying to get Bidens to forgive student loans. So, do you feel that this cost of education is worth the money?
So that's the biggest scam being ran right now.
Right.
It's not. So when you talk about people paying people to get in school, paying the kids to get in school, even if they don't have the grades, you look at the infrastructure, it's a scam. You
All right.
know, like when you take out a loan and you take out how much you loan you take out, right? So you take out $150,000, $200,000.
Right.
Honestly, that should be guaranteed for you to make over the course of a certain amount of time, however long it took you to get the education. You should be guaranteed that. But because they trick you into the system of education and the machine that is being ran, it's kind of hard to not say it's a scam. Because if you tell me go to school, you know, you're gonna get this, this, and this, and this, and the American dream, and you're gonna be better off, it's not panning out to be that way. Theoretically, that's a scam, right? And if people, you know, listening, they can understand it, they can feel it. That is a scam. That is a scam. Because nobody told me coming out of school with $100,000 in debt that I'm gonna guarantee to make $100,000 in debt to pay off my student loans.
Right. K Mills.
You know, they're not saying it because they're not guaranteeing it. They're putting up this picture, this mural, for you to think that you're going to be better off after it's all said and done.
Right. K Mills, how you feel about it? You went to a lot of schools because you talked about college a lot. You went to a lot of different colleges. So how do you feel?
I agree with Los, man. The only thing good about it is you get a scholarship for a full ride. That's about it.
Yeah, but everybody don't get that full ride scholarship.
That's what I'm telling you. That's the only. That's about
rare.
the only
That's
thing.
almost like making the NBA. It's almost similar to making an NBA or getting going to becoming a professional athlete. It's rare to get a scholarship. They only give out a certain amount of scholarships per year. Think about the schools. They got a limited amount of scholarships they can give out. And then overall for all the colleges, from academia to athletics, they got a certain amount. So that's what these, some of these rich, what's the name? Lauren Hoffman, some of these rich individuals, they was paying for their daughters and sons to go to USC, UCLA, Yale, Harvard, on athletic scholarships at that. Not on academic scholarships, on athletic scholarships. So, you know, and then the coaches
right.
of these different universities are looking like, wait a minute, I never heard of this person. How did he get in?
But I'm not mad at that. Right. I'm not mad at it. Think about how the NCAA exploit college athletes for their images.
Right.
Think about this. They give them this scholarship. They don't set them up for success later on because not all of them are going to go pro. Instead of, you know, we can get into this on another subject later on.
Yeah,
but
that's
the fact is,
we're gonna take that too.
The NCAA are scamming these young athletes to exploit them for their athletic ability and likeness to sell T-shirts, jerseys, tickets. Instead of putting money where they should be getting paid regardless, right?
Yep.
For their
before we go deep in that, King's Los. Before we go deep, that's a topic that the producers, they're telling me in my ear right now. That's a topic that they're coming up with very soon. So we don't want to go too deep into that. So what we're gonna do? I don't
hear the same thing. Wait, I don't hear the. No.
Yeah, my producer just told me. Hold up. My producer just told me. All right, yeah. All right, but yeah, he told, don't go too deep into that right now. So
there you go.
Now he comes up. Now the producer.
All right. I see it. I'm with you. I'm with you, Doc P. I'm with you now.
Hey, should all student loans be forgiven? That's my next question. Should all student loans be forgiven? 100%. King C. Los.
This one's tough for me because it's tough. I mean, yeah, I say yes for my own self. You know, because I got a lot of student loans out there, right? For my own self-interest, I say yes. But then I don't know. Like, it's almost asking the question: should all college educations be free?
Yeah, I think they should. Because you think about, look at these states like Georgia. Georgia offered full rides to a student that maintains a B throughout high school. If you maintain a B average throughout high school, you get a full ride to any in-state college. In-state college. Now you got to remember, a lot of these kids we want to go over here to Texas, and they live in New Mexico. They live in North Carolina. They want to go to Hawaii to play football or go academia or go to Yale. It's just it's the facts of, if we can keep all the schools, all the students in state, offer them full rides. Say, hey, if you get to maintain a B average throughout high school, you get to go to school free. Why do we got these lotteries? Why we got these lotteries? We're not paying for these students to go to school for free. They call
Somebody
education
getting rich off
lotteries.
it. I ain't hit yet, so somebody else getting rich off it.
That's what I'm saying. They got education lotteries, and I haven't heard anything about education from any student that got a scholarship off the lottery. From the lottery.
Welcome to the scam, because we both participate in it, huh?
That's a scam.
It is. Think about that. But we contribute. We participate. We encourage.
And that was my next question. That was my next question. Should we all have free education for all? Don't y'all all go at once now. Don't y'all all go at once.
Hey, listen. Here.
Should we all have
free go ahead, K-Mills.
I mean, sure. I mean, I guess you keep a certain grade average, yeah.
Yeah, like you said, be average. Because, you know, a lot of these kids looking at it, well, I don't have anything really to aim for. I'm not going to get a scholarship. Not going to get this. That's what they thinking. So they thinking like, hey, my only way out is, you already know.
I'll tell you what kids are thinking.
Music.
Kids are thinking, how can I not do this homework? Kids are thinking, how can I play this damn video game, you know, for hours and hours at a time, instead of going out, getting, you know, physical education, you know, getting some sun or whatever, you know, especially working, you know, being schooled from home. I just don't know about a free education, because we see what a free education looks like, where it's just horrible, right? Think about like your public schools. They don't even teach them you know, like if it was really about equal education for all, the same curriculum would be taught in every school across this country, to not give one group of kids that pay higher taxes, their mom and dad pay higher taxes, an advantage over someone in a you know, poverty ridden low income area, right? You know, so we see what free education can give you. You know, it'll never be equal when we have unequal people distributing money and the ideas of education. I mean, good, you know, good conversation, good topic, you know, topic to talk about. But in reality, we got greedy people, and we live in a capitalist society where they're not, you know. You ever heard the term separate but equal?
Yeah.
It didn't work. It won't work now, and it won't work later. I'm just saying.
Look like you got some people standing over your shoulder back there, Los.
Yeah, they over here listening, cheering me on. You know.
Look like you got a lot of people back there listening, buddy. I'm seeing on that back behind you. Hey, so what about backdoor deals? That's what they were talking about in that documentary I was watching, the pay to play. They were talking about the backdoor and the side deals. They still got the backdoor deals, but they cut the side deals out. That guy that was turned in all these rich people,
right?
He was doing the side door deals, but now you got the backdoor deals still going.
Yeah, it's a part of our very fabric, man. I can't even get away from like really talking about where we are and where we stand as a country. It's a part of our DNA. It's part of what we are founded on. You look at Washington right now, they got lobbyists trying to lobby for laws and things for special interest groups. Right. No different. Sliding money under the table, over the table, the whole nine. No different than college. College is a big business. It's $1 billion business. You think they want to give it away for free?
No.
It doesn't make business to the people in control. So that's how I look at it. K Mills, what do you think?
Yeah, it's a business. You know, it's a business. Everybody got to get paid some type of way. The teachers get paid. Yeah. Fields get made. Jerseys get paid for. Jerseys get made. Yeah. Gyms get made.
Yep.
Yeah, the money got to come.
Think about the athlete. Like, think of USC, UCLA.
Book.
powerhouses, colleges that have athletics. The athletics are millions and millions of dollars a year. Think about that. And they only allowed to bring in a certain amount of students for scholarships. This is crazy. Where do you think all that other money going to? These are private universities. Somebody owns these universities.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
A lot of these
The board of
universities are private.
directors, the
See, I
president.
learned this year.
Yep.
A lot of people don't know that these private universities are owned by individuals. Right? You got people that owns the colleges. So they making all this money. They're not gonna never tell you who these people are, but it's people that owns universities when it comes to the private universities. Yep. And you got a lot of your private, like Duke University is owned by somebody. It might be a group, but it's owned by individuals. It's not owned by the state. It's owned by individuals. Individual own this. Rich individuals own Duke University. So guess what? It's gonna always be side deals. It's gonna always be backdoor deals because it's a private university. They don't have to abide by what the state's. High Point University. It's not a state university. It's not state. It's a private university. So somebody owns that. That's why they can always do backdoor deal, side door deal, whatever they want to do. Yep. They can raise money how they want to raise money. It doesn't matter. Yale. All right. Yale's not a state college. So like you said, the state colleges are, they basically, the state controls them. But then you got the private university that's as big as the state colleges, making as much money as the state colleges, or more.
Even more.
They make it more. Because it costs more to go to a private university than a public university. So, and then you got a lot of out-of-state students coming in from different states, and everybody want to stay home. They want to go to Texas. They want to go to New Mexico. They want to Alaska, and they from South Carolina. They go into all these different colleges all around the world. But that's, like you said, that's the freedom we got. We can go to any university we want to go to if we get accepted. But when you start paying for it, now you got to go. But man, any final thoughts on this topic? This is a good topic. Yep. We might revisit this again.
Yeah, we probably should. I mean, I would love to go into school for free. Yeah. Just
okay. My last question, what's the future of education? What is the future of education?
Well, I think it's online. I mean, it's been online for a little while, but like COVID and all that stuff kind of made it a reality. Okay. You can still get and raise money. More money, right? Just online around the world. I don't think it'll ever be free. I think it's because it's big business. The government is tied into it with student loans, federal loans, as well as private institutions. So I don't know, and I don't think it'll ever be free. So those are my thoughts.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah. What about you, Kate Mills? What it look like?
I agree with Los. I mean, they was already converting to online when I was going. So yeah.
Yeah, you went to a lot of colleges too. You went to a lot of universities. State and private.
Yeah, big state. Yeah.
Yeah, big state. Yeah. All right. Well, Kate Mills, since you went to all these universities, I'm getting ready to take it to your story to tell segment.
Yes, sir.
This is not dirty water tonight. This is actually clean water. It's got some vitamin E in it. It got some vitamin C. It's good, healthy water. This is good, healthy water. So this is not dirty water tonight. And I got a cigar. that I'm going to be smoking on in a few minutes. But we're going to go to the K Mills Story to Tell segment. K Mills, man, take it away. It's all on you. I'm going to sip on this.
Got to feed these streets.
And I got the sword.
Uh-oh. Yeah, so check this out. It's my senior year. Yeah, yes, sir. It's my senior year in high school. Now I got this class. It's this white chick in the class. Now I date white girls. All girls matter to me. Okay. But see, this chick used to flirt with me. She used to embarrass me in front of all the boys. You see what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
I just flirt back with her. But the thing is, I had a crush on her homegirl for years. Her homegirl was a red bone. Yeah, so I had a crush on her. So when the white girl clowning me in front of everybody, I'm just not saying too much. They're like, "Oh, K Mill scared." The boys clowning me. So one day she tried to get me. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna holler at you. She said, "Come through the night." I said, "Okay." I come through the night. So I go home. I'm doing push-ups, working out like I'm 50 Cent in the club video.
Oh man. Oh my God.
So I get to the chick house, right? I sit down, she start talking. I'm like, nah, I don't want to talk. You been talking all that junk. Let's go. So we go straight to a room, taking off her clothes, everything, and saying no. It gets to the moment. And look, I penetrate. The chick say, "Owie."
Owie.
I said, "Owie."
Oh my God.
Not ouch. Not ouch.
Man, look, so I Donkey Konged her.
Oh man. Uh-oh.
Look, then look, the next day, right? We went to class. As soon as I walked through the door, I did the Heisman pose.
Oh my God. Not Reggie Bush.
She got the hush mouth. Everybody like, man, she ain't saying nothing to K Mills today.
Oh man, never look at it. Death row chain on.
Look, then after class, right? She gonna say she want a relationship. I'm like, oh no, I can't do that. We cool, but yeah, I like you fine, but I can't do the relationship. So,
oh my God.
So we keep going to class. A week go by. I still ain't really saying nothing. We still friends though. Then one day I'm in another class, and some chick come to the class like, K Mills, old girl want you. They talking about the red on her friend. She said she been thinking about you. She want to see you. She in the gym. I said, oh, word, she in the gym. She probably want to give me a kiss and everything.
Oh man.
I'm happy. So I take off and walk to the gym. As soon as I walk in the gym, it's packed. It's like 11 girls on the bleachers on the right. They like, yo, she out there, out the door right there. She said, come out the door. So I took my shirt off and put it on the bleachers because I was built in. Hey, as soon as I walk out the door, splash! I look up, the white girl done threw a whole bucket of water on me. I got on new Air Force Ones and Levi jeans. I'm soaking wet, man. I said, you got me. It's all good. I walk back in. I'm going squeak, squeak, squeak. All the girls laughing at me.
Oh my God.
But the red bone like, I'm sorry, K Mills. So it's all good. She got me, embarrassed me in front of everybody. But she deserved it though. She the one kept taunting me. So I gave her what she wanted.
Man, K Mill stories. I'm telling. Hey, didn't I tell you King Los? His story.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I don't like to be embarrassed now. You can't embarrass me in front of nobody.
He gonna get you back 20 years later. He gonna get you. You can't embarrass him now. He gonna get you later. He'll get you 20 years later. He gonna get you back, buddy. But hey, we're gonna have to go pay some bills, man. Funny. You know you're locked into the hustle within SM Enlightenment Television. Hey, I sponsored Forever Young Beauties and Cosmetics. Ladies, like I always say, go get I think she sell wigs on that thing. I think she sell makeup, clothes. Hey, go get whatever you gotta get, This is the season. Easter coming up.
Yeah, she probably makes sundresses.
Easter Sunday.
Yeah, get some of those sundresses too.
Yeah, so that's my favorite now. Oh yeah, I know she got them up there. Yeah, get them sundresses. Yeah, that's my favorite. I love looking at sundresses. Yeah. All right. Capton Venture Partners.
Yes, sir.
K Mills. King Rose. Them the guys with the money. Y'all go ahead. Y'all want to invest. Make sure you reach out to any one of them. Hey, this is company. Hey, Capton Venture Partners, man. We out here trying to get it. We gonna get it too. We definitely gonna get it. So hey, man, y'all keep it locked. We gonna take a break, pay these bills, and be right back. Keep it locked. SM Enlightenment Television, The Hustle Within. We'll be right back.
I'll let me mind.
Yes, sir. Who's that?
What's up, Brad?
Who's that? Oh, that we back. That's K Mills.
K Mills Jr.
K Mills.
Oh, K Mills Jr.
And King C. Lowe's. We in the building. Hey, we back, man. Hustle Within. SM Enlightenment Television. We locked in. Hey, man. Guys, this is Easter weekend. Easter weekend. What are y'all doing?
Oh, man. I know eating for sure.
Yes, sir. Well, happy Easter Sunday.
Yep. Definitely eating.
And King Silos, what you got going on this Easter Sunday, man?
Man, I'm gonna be spring cleaning.
Oh,
You know, donating
Yes, sir.
clothes to the the homeless shelter.
Okay.
Certainly doing a little bit of that.
Okay, well, I got a question for y'all guys.
oh,
You know how I do it when I put my head up like this? You know I got something up my sleeves. I got my head like this now. You know I got something up my sleeves now. And I got a cigar. When I got a cigar, y'all know I got something up my sleeves now. Yes, sir. Hey. So what are y'all ideal women? This is a barbershop talk. What are y'all ideal women? Starting with UK Mills, I'm gonna have to go to you, man. Go to K Mills. You look like you got you. Hey,
okay. Check this out. All right.
Something up your sleeves.
My first ideal woman is y'all watch Coming to America too. When the dude tell the girl don't move, she stayed there the whole time.
Okay.
But real, my ideal woman. Y'all never watch Weird Science, have you? Creator player.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see where you're going.
I don't feel good job though. But my ideal woman is a long hair, little bit of Puerto Rican, little bit of Filipino, don't argue, got my back, and don't cheat and work.
Right. Like that.
Nah, son. Nah, son, no, but
you curator though. You did a curator player.
Hold on. Let me go back in there. Let me go back in. Let me go back in there, clean it up. Let me go clean it up.
Hey, you might got hey,
how you go back F1?
2015 game. You ain't got that
F1 escape.
Oh man. Oh, see, exactly.
Oh, man.
Your ideal woman now. Hey, don't come with a creator player now. See, that man trying to go too exotic. He was trying to go and messed up the whole.
I messed up.
The whole play. Oh my God!
I forgot the square root.
Yeah, you forgot to hit A. You forgot to hit AB. You got to hit that at the same time. You hit A and then you hit B on the game. Okay,
Yeah.
King C. Los, your ideal woman.
Pretty smile.
Okay.
Educated. I'm with K Mills. No arguing. I don't do arguing. What else? Those are the basics.
Okay.
Like to take care of herself. Healthy. Understand a little bit about a little bit of everything. Which is always attractive. You get pluses. You get added bonuses if you know a little bit about sports. A little bit about sports. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
A little
bit. Yeah, that's definitely my ideal woman. She got to know sports.
But check this out.
Sports.
What will we feed it?
Yeah, what do you feed it,
Ralph? What was that?
What do you feed it? Lettuce?
Did we charge it up?
And like to travel. I like a female that love to travel, man.
Oh my God.
And I love all, all. You don't have to be a Puerto Rican to see. K Mill started talking about Puerto Ricans and all this and that.
I said a little bit.
They have to be Brazilian, not Puerto Rican, Brazilian. No, they got to be Brazilian. Yeah. Okay. I didn't hit A and B. See, I hit B and I hit the Y. I hit the B and the Y. See how that happens? That shoots out perfect. See, just like that. Hey, I'm good, Rap. There she go right there. That's my ideal woman. Hey, but we got a superstar coming in, guys. Superstar.
Cool.
Doctor. She's a doctor, PhD.
Is she funny?
Hey, PhD. Hey, she runs her own educational services company. I'm gonna let her talk about that a little bit. And hey, like I said, I think she's from Texas, in that area, Texas area. So we want to bring her in, Dr. Sheri L. Miller. Welcome to the show.
Hey guys, thank you for having me tonight. So glad to be with you. And I am funny.
Another K Mills on
that stuff.
Okay.
Oh,
You might be an ideal woman then.
Hey, we'll see.
Creative player.
We'll at the end of the conversation.
You might be a creative player. Okay. All right. So tell us about yourself, where you from, some of your background, let people know about your company.
Sure. All right. Well, first, thank you guys for having me on the show. I'm really excited to be here to share a little bit about my journey and what I do. I am originally born and raised in Houston, Texas, where I sit as I speak to you guys tonight. I am a Southern girl at heart. I was raised in a family with 3 older brothers, so I feel like I am in the midst of that foolishness going on tonight that I grew up with.
Oh, yeah.
It feels quite comfortable for me. I grew up with my parents who believed that education was the gateway to opportunity. Things were hard. I grew up in very humble beginnings, but my parents pushed all of us to excel, to stretch ourselves, and to reach for opportunity beyond the hood in which we grew up in. From there, I went on to pursue education. I believe it's something I was born to do. I truly believe in service and servitude. And so for the last 30 years, I've been in hood schools, poverty communities all over this country, doing the amazing work I do. Tell you a little bit about me. I am, one line, unapologetic about changing the lives of Black and brown children here in America. My experience has shown me that there is inequity in the education system across this country. And so my work has been from the teacher level all the way up to the superintendency. It's been about changing the trajectory of what we know our kids who look like all of us, Black and brown kids, can do if given equitable access to education. I've led over 150 schools here in the United States, and I just returned 2 months ago from the United Arab Emirates, where I was implementing the American school design in Dubai. Wonderful, wonderful experience. I'm also a published author and researcher that really writes about the ills and all the things that are that's plaguing American school systems. I have found in 30 years that the politics, the bureaucracy, and all of the other ills that get in the way of kids getting what they deserve, their birthright. I have found that there's no way around that to exist. I heard you guys talk earlier about education, how, it's a money maker, it's a system, it's plagued with so many things. And so my work is changing schools in impoverished communities from the inside out. And my company, I breathed life into it in 2017, Transcendence Educational Partners. And we believe that in order for kids of color to get the opportunities they deserve, then we have to build human capital inside of those schools. Because what I know is we won't change the politics. We won't change the bureaucracy. We won't change all the things that get in the way, but we can change and invest in human capital. Because if principals and leaders are better, if teachers are better, then kids get better each and every day, and parents get better each and every day. My service is to break the bounds of generational curses of poverty in impoverished communities. And so that's just a summary, Anthony, about who I am, what I do, and what drives me each and every day.
Now, do you believe that higher education should be free to all?
Well, I do. I actually do, because I think as long as it exists the way it does now, the scales will always be imbalanced. So when I think about my son, I have one son, he's 28 years old. And when I think about Ian was able to get the education he did because of the zip code in which I lived in. Had he not, because he's an African-American male, he may not have gotten that opportunity. The same holds true for higher education. So if you're a kid coming out of an impoverished community, I deal with parents all the time who don't even understand how to fill out a FAFSA, who don't understand how to apply for grants, scholarships, and all of those things. And so what we see is an imbalance and inequity, even in higher education. Now, I'm a 3-time HBCU grad, and I want to shout out my HBCUs, Dillard University and Prairie View A&M University. I just believe in keeping it all the way pure for me. I speak about what I live. And so I believe that HBCUs are a gateway to opportunity for kids of color And I also believe, however, that while our kids can exist in a Harvard space, exist in a Yale space, exist in all of those upper echelon universities, they don't often get in for a host of reasons. When you think about the assessments that kids take both in K-12 and the SAT, ACT, the questions are jaded such that our kids often don't do well because they can't relate to those assessment questions. So their true talents and gifts don't rise up, and so they're limited in opportunity.
All right. So what is your what do you think the future of education? That's one of the questions I asked earlier.
Yeah.
What is the future of education right now?
Yeah, I heard you guys. And so I think that what we're going to see in the K-12 arena is a combination of this virtual, where kids are doing the online instruction. I have found both here in the US and when I was in Dubai that younger kids' parents, they want them more in school. And it makes sense because from a social development stage and all of those things that kids who are younger need, they need the peer relationships and all those things. Even in high school, they do, but kids can be a bit more independent. I think what you're going to see on the other side of COVID, if we ever get there, I think you'll see a mix and a combination. I think in the collegiate realm, I think we will see a little bit of both, depending on the university. Depends on how this COVID thing shakes out. But I do think that what COVID has taught us is that there's a different way to educate kids. It's caused, and I want to shout out all the teachers like myself and the principals and school teams that are getting it done. It's caused them to pivot very quickly and come up with some creative ways to still give kids their very best every day. So I think you're going to see a blended approach to what schooling will look like in the future.
Now, how long was your dissertation? I know that thing is a beast. That dissertation
You know what?
is a beast.
Oh my gosh, it's behind me over on the shelf. I put it on the shelf. You talk about hazing.
How long was that dissertation?
Okay, mine is a little under 200 pages. And when I tell you that, people often say, well, HBCUs don't give the quality of education that, kids get in these Ivy League institutions. I beg to differ. I will put my degree up against anyone's degree. And I'll tell you that it was a hazing like no other. What it calls for to get that degree. It is truly a selfish, shall I say, a selfish journey. It's something that you have to put everything else on the back burner to get it.
Right.
Labor of love. And I'm just so grateful that I had the opportunity to go through that journey, and it's paid huge dividends for me on the other side of it.
Now going back to do you feel like all student loans, because that's one of the biggest things that we talked about with Biden when you get them in, like, should all student loans be forgiven 100%? He talked about 10,000 over here, 5,000. No, I think all student loans should be forgiven.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we're going to restart and we're talking about the infrastructure plan, we're doing all of these other acts, I say let's start from the ground up and let's do some things to kind of equalize the nature by which, we're doing all things. Let's do a restart. I call it a restart model. Let's do a fresh approach, or let's at least look at the income disparities and, push loans away based on income. Because what we know is that even Sheri, who came out of Dillard University as an African-American woman, back then when I came out, the inequities in what I was making versus what a white male was making were vastly different, even though we came out with the same BA degree and the same amount of student loans, so to speak. So why not balance those scales to give everybody a fighting chance?
Oh, yeah, we talked about that last week. Yeah, that was one of the questions that we talked about last week on the show.
Yes.
Equal pay for the job. Do you feel like, what are your thoughts on that? Equal pay for the job. Should all people get the same equal pay for the job?
Well, I mean, I think you should, because I think that irrespective of race, class, gender, the job is the same.
Right.
The skill set that's required, the commands and the demands of what you're going to do and execute in that role is the same. So why is it that because I'm an African-American female that I don't get the same pay as a white male would or a white female would, et cetera, et cetera? And so I think that there are huge disparities, that have existed for a long time that, need to be addressed as well.
All right. King C. Lowe, you have any questions for Dr. Miller?
No, I mean you pretty much covered it all. You know, you covered a wide range of things that I was going to ask you, and usually we have bonus questions and all that. I really don't have anything that comes to
Okay,
mind.
K
I mean,
Mill,
you
the
did a great
bonus
job.
question.
Uh-oh,
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
gotta watch out. I
yeah.
gotta watch out for this question.
Yeah, I
Uh-oh.
got a bonus question. Okay. And
Uh-oh,
these time of days, women be like, they want a good man.
uh-huh.
But the good man be right in front of them. Why they go pick the drug dealer, dirty dude?
Well, K Mill, let's talk about that.
Uh-oh.
I wouldn't necessarily say that all women pick the drug dealer. I do think, though, that, historically, I think, some women, we can have a great man in front of us, but for some reason, I can't throw the sisters under the bus, right? But for some reason, that edge seems to be a little bit attractive. But that edge can be so confusing. It creates, drama. So I'm focused on goodness of heart, goodness of spirit, hard worker. My father raised me that my father was a blue collar worker. And he raised me that it doesn't matter if he is loading trash, if he has a good heart, a good mind, he's family oriented, he's kind, he's giving, he's loving. That's what you look for. Work ethic, believes in God, is God fearing, is the head of the household, from a God perspective. That's what you look for. So I'm a woman, that believes that if that man is presented to me, that's what I heard y'all, and I saw y'all pictures of what y'all were attracted to. I'm attracted to what I just described. And that is that guy. He doesn't have to have $1 million. He doesn't have to drive the fancy cars. Because see, you can have all that and
That's
have
all about That's all like me. I ain't got none of that.
She just named all three of us,
I
man.
ain't got no car.
She just named all three of us.
Yeah, I ain't got no car. I ain't got no money.
Yes.
I
But you know what? You can have all of that and have nothing. My father was a blue collar guy, and he is the most amazing man ever. My brothers work very hard, same thing. And I put them up against any man. Not you guys. Don't tell them I said that, but not you guys.
Okay.
I'm below a blue collar. What's below a blue collar? What's below a blue collar? That's what I am.
No, stop it.
I'm below a blue collar. What, a pink collar? Yellow collar?
Oh man!
I have no blue collar.
Sprinkler.
But really, and also, I think that, I did a post yesterday on Facebook about how the world has taught us, this time we're living in, that all this extra, we got to add all this extra. They got to have this. A man has to have this. A woman has to look a certain way. She has to be built a certain way. And if she's not, she's got to pay for it and get it, whatever. And I said simply, whatever happened to just being real and natural? And just being who we were made to be. That's sexy to me. That's grown and sexy to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm below a blue collar. I don't have a blue collar. I don't even have a blue collar shirt. I don't even have a shirt with a blue collar. So I know I'm bad off. I'm shooting real bad over here.
But
so what's the future for Miss Miller? What are some of the things you got coming up? Like some of the things you got coming up?
Well, I've been focusing the last 6 months on kind of branding myself and my company. I was always a woman and an educator who kind of so focused on the work that I didn't feel the need to shout about it, to put it out in the universe. My parents raised me to stay humble in your greatness. And so, in order to run a business, particularly in this social media way where you have to market and put yourself out there, I've been focused on branding Dr. Sheri, as I'm known all over the world, and TEP. And so for us now, we're kind of post-COVID going into schools across the country. I've also licensed my company in the UAE where I can work across all 7 Emirates. I failed to mention that I have a dynamic team of like-minded educators who are equally as passionate as I am, highly tooled, highly skilled. We're getting it done. And I have plans. I'm in talks now with some team members of mine about expanding into Africa. That's always been a dream of mine, is to go back to our motherland and give kids a fighting chance there, and India. So, I'm going to continue publishing. I want to write my first book about this 30-year journey. So lots of exciting things that I'm working on.
All right, we gotta get some AC Brown collection. So you doing all this traveling?
I've been waiting.
AC Brown collection.
I've been waiting. I have to give AC Brown a shout out. AC Brown, and I have been connected for almost a year now. And I listen to his show every single week. And what I love about it is that, you know, for a person like me that has done the work, got the receipts, but really hasn't been a holistic business person or entrepreneur, listening to the show every week, I'm able to grab nuggets of, you know, what the entrepreneurial life is like. I'm able to listen to you, Anthony and Doc, and really get a lot of things that help me to process as I go deeper into this work and step outside of just being this educator, but now being a business owner too. So I'm so grateful and appreciative, and I will be expecting my AC Brown gear package in the mail.
Yeah. See, now that's not me that's on the show now. That's not me.
Oh, that's not you.
That's not me.
Oh, okay.
No, that's a different person. That's the guy down at the bottom of the screen. That's him. That's the Anthony you talking about, not me. Yeah, that's a different person. Yeah, I know I sound real professional on that show. I'm a whole different.
Yeah.
I'm a different person though.
But you know, we have all these different faces to us, right?
Yes.
So I was raised that you have to be able to get in where you fit in and move in
where you fit in
the environment. That's what keeps us real. So, you know, we can go into the boardroom and we can turn it up, or we can be in this space where we're family and we can turn it down and just be real.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So anything you want to leave the fans with, like, so, you know, some of the things, your website, let them know your website, your shout outs, your team.
Sure. Yeah. So my website is Transcendence, just like you think it's spelled, meaning to transcend, take kids higher, Transcendence Educational Partners. My Twitter page is at Dr. Sheri Miller, as is my Facebook, Dr. Sheri Miller. My Instagram is Sheri L.Miller, and then you search my name in LinkedIn, will pull up. What I'm trying to do, Anthony, and I thank you so much for this opportunity, is I'm trying to build a coalition of educators, business owners, just common folks, citizens who love education. I'm trying to get the message out of what we're doing so that we can kind of empower communities of color, that there is an organization out there that's fighting for you, rallying for you, pushing for you, and coming to your community very soon.
All right. Well, it was a pleasure having you, Dr. Miller. And like, we definitely got to bring you back. We definitely got to bring you back.
For my tomfoolery.
Yeah, season 3, we got to bring you back season 3.
I'm there.
Season 3.
You guys
are awesome. Around for a little while, so we might
Thank you.
3 and 4. We'll be around for a little while. But
see, now on Sundays I'll be listening to the AC Brown show, and then I gotta tune into this one too. I gotta catch this. I gotta catch this too.
Yeah, you gotta go back and watch all. How many shows we got, guys? We got 21 shows. This is show number 21.
Okay.
So go back and watch all the other 20.
Will do. Yeah. You guys are awesome.
We cut up. Hey, make sure you keep it locked. Hey, once again, it's great to have you in. And guys, we here. What it look like?
What's up, rap? Chilling.
K Mills, we did again. We completed another show, man. This is impossible. I didn't think so.
Man.
What y'all got going on?
Man.
Y'all shout outs. K Mills, give your shout outs, man. Give your shout outs.
All right, let me give a shout out to Doc, killing in the background, like I always say. Shout out to Ant-Man. Shout out to Lowe's.
Ant-Man, King of the South.
Shout out to Rabbit, man. The next guest. I'll let me ramp.
Mark Waddell, yes, sir. King C. Los, what you got for me? King C. Los been quiet tonight. He must be in Charlotte. I gotta go look at
He on Facebook looking at that picture we just seen.
Yeah, I gotta go look.
Yeah,
I'm about to do research because I feel like something ain't adding up here. Something ain't adding up. Lo's been real quiet, and I can't find my little lamb. I can't find my lamb. Let's give you a shout out.
Nah, I'm gonna give a shout out to the whole crew, the cast from behind the scenes. P to K Mills, Ant-Man, our wonderful guests coming in and dropping knowledge and all that.
Oh, yeah.
We got some. Yeah, go back and then if she's still listening, go back and look at some of the previous episodes.
Yeah, go
I
back and
think
listen
it'd
from
be
20 to number 1. We got 21 episodes, guys. We done did it. I didn't think we were gonna get 2 episodes. We got 21.
Yeah, you gotta tell them subscribe. You look at subscribe and hit like.
Yeah,
hit
make
the
sure
like
you
button.
subscribe to SM Enlightenment Television and to The Hustle Within. Make sure you subscribe to on IG. Make sure you follow our page and hit like. Man,
hit the like button.
Hey, I began tired. Keep sending this thing out. Y'all just go up there and look at it. Go look at us on YouTube. We're gonna be on Podcast One. We're gonna be on a lot of different roads. We working. We're gonna be working. We got a lot of things coming. Captain ENT on IG. The Hustle Within on IG. SM Enlightenment Television, Radio on IG, Facebook. Make sure you follow us. K Mills, King C. Los. Y'all have a good night. Happy Easter weekend. Salute.
Holla at me, man.
Holla at me, mine. 1.